Hi, Stars fans. Welcome to another episode of the Mighty Melbourne Stars podcast. I'm Heath MacDonald, aka Mighty Melbourne Stars, and I'm joined by.
Hey guys, Jacob here from Melbourne Stars News. Stoked to be back for our first finals preview of BBL 15. Hopefully not our last, as we take on the Hobart Hurricanes at Ninja Stadium down in Hobart this Wednesday. We're looking forward to this game. Heath, let's get started.
Okay, so we have to go down to the Ninja Stadium to face the Hurricanes, where they rarely lose, and we have to pretty much get the job done. And we're at risk of of not even going through because of the it's meant to be raining at Hobart. So that brings me to my first question. What do you think we should be doing if we win the toss?
Well, it's a tough one, and I suppose we're really going to have to monitor the radar and the weather and all that kind of stuff. Usually it's an obvious one. We're obviously going to bowl. We can't bat first. But depending on the weather and the fact that we're fourth and they're third, and if there's no result, we don't go through. So it's a tough question, honestly. We're gonna have to look at the radar, and if we see that there's a lot of rain coming a bit later, then maybe we do take a bat first, make as many runs as we can, send the Canes in, and just hope that they're below the kind of run rate required to advance, and then we do advance. It sounds really confusing how I'm explaining this, but look, I think we just have to look at the radar. For sure, our staff and players will be doing that, and we'll make a decision closer to the game based off the situation of the weather.
So obviously the Hurricanes, they finished third. As we all know, we blew our chance to finish top two, and we have to play the Hurricanes at Ninja Stadium. We could have played the Sixers or the Brisbane Heat at the MCG, but we didn't do that because we just blew our chance. So what do we need to do in order to get the job done against the Hurricanes? Because obviously they are not a good bowling side, and they were very unlucky. Not unlucky. They choked against the Brisbane Heat, which was hilarious. So what do you make of that?
Yeah, look, they're an up and down team, the Canes. Obviously, the reigning premiers, and they have some certain depth, especially within their batting lineup. It's not going to be an easy game, but I'm pretty confident. So I think what we need to do is it's our batting is the main focus, and I'm basing that off last game against the Scorchers, where we had a top order collapse and we were 3 for 10 or 12 off 2.2 overs. It's not acceptable enough, and then we have to anchor the innings and take things slow, aka Stoinis and Callaway in those middle overs, just so we don't lose wickets and go all out for 50. So I think it's just our batting. We have to be aggressive, and we know the pace of Riley Meredith, especially at Ninja Stadium, is very dangerous. He's bowling 150 plus there, and it just, when you're watching it on TV, it looks like he's bowling 170. So I think we have to use that pace to our advantage. Now, who is most suited to that pace? Is it Joe Clark and Sam Harper up top, or is it Tom Rogers and Sam Harper? I'm not sure how Rogers will go with the pace of Riley Meredith. I think he may struggle. I think Sam Harper will be best suited to it. Joe Clark may even struggle with that type of pace. So it's interesting to see who we'll have up top. What do you think?
Yeah, I reckon we should go with Harper and Clark. Like Harper taking on Meredith, and also Ellis and Chris Jordan. And obviously, they have no Tim David, but Big Bo Webster will be in the side. They'll have as Big Billy Stanlake playing for him still.
I believe so. Yeah, I'm not sure if he'll be in the lineup, but he's still on their squad.
Yeah, so they've got a few decent bowlers, but we need to go after the pace, like you said, and be aggressive from ball one. Unlike the Scorchers game where we played stupid shots and just waste, like, threw our wickets away, which is what we did. We just got to bring a bit of energy, bit of passion and effort, because last game we showed none of that, and Scorchers took advantage of that, and we need to be mentally ready to go if we want to go all the way.
Yeah, I think the key in this game is going to be with the ball. Our bowlers have been great all season. We're going to need them to step up here. We know Ninja Stadium, short boundaries, quick outfield. It's very grassy. Everything just goes to the boundary so quick there. There's always big totals scored at Ninja Stadium, which kind of benefits us because we have some power hitters ourselves. But Maxwell out of form, Cartwright not himself this year, it may be tougher for us. And the Hurricanes have some power hitters as well, even without Tim David. So the bowling's going to be key. We're going to have to break partnerships very early. You know, Mitch Owen, he's looking dangerous as of recent. Ben McDermott's always, you know, a sneaky pick to go for 50. Matthew Wade, even towards the back end of the innings, those guys will kill you. So we really need to be switched on with the bowling, especially at a venue like Ninja Stadium. And yeah, just from a batting perspective, as I just mentioned, we need to be aggressive and looking to score a high total if we bat first.
So
Um,
what? mm,
yeah,
So I was going to say, what's the passable or the highest? So what's like the average total as a defendable and acceptable total at Ninja Stadium?
I'm not 100% sure, but just based off, you know, games the past couple of years there with this Hurricanes team, I'd be looking at 190 plus.
Yeah,
You know, very short boundaries, quick outfield, very grassy, as I just mentioned. So, yeah, I'd be looking at 190 plus, to be honest. It's quite a high scoring venue, maybe slightly lower, maybe 180. But if we were to bat first in an elimination final, you'd 100% want to be at 200 plus. And we can easily do that when we're switched on and we're batting with our correct game style and, you know, attitude. It's just, I mentioned it last night to someone who was messaging me. We have two completely different styles. One of them is the old stars where we collapse and we're slow and we make a low total, and the other one is the aggressive stars, which we've seen so many times this season, and we're successful when we play with that game style. And I know that game style usually comes when we're batting second and chasing, but we need to bring that to when we're batting first as well, because we can't control the bat flip.
yeah, definitely. So we just got to just take early wickets in the power play, and we just got to manage the overs. We cannot afford to have a batting collapse like we did against the Scorchers. We need to be go hard from ball one, adjust, just adjust to the wicket and see what it's doing, because it's obviously going to be swinging and moving with the new ball, like Meredith and Ellis and all their pace bowlers. We just need to figure out a way to, if we are say one for 50 odd, like not let the momentum get the better of us, and just try and manage our like collapses and don't throw away your wicket, which is hard to do in a T20 game,
Yeah.
but we need
Well, I
to live
think,
up.
sorry to cut you off, but I think
Yeah,
if we are, you know, 1 for 50 and we've survived half the innings, or not half, but like, you know, a decent part of the innings, then we'll actually shuffle our order. We probably won't see Campbell Callaway, you know, come in, or Tom Rogers. We'll see Marcus Stoinis, Glenn Maxwell, and Hilton Cartwright shifted up. And we did that last time we played at Ninja Stadium back in BBL 13. It was rain. It was a rain delayed game, so we're on DLS, and I believe we opened with Stoin and Harps, and then, you know, Maxi came in at 3, Cartwright at 4. So I wouldn't be surprised if we do something similar to that, depending on the rain. If we don't collapse early, you know, we just shuffle our order and try and get the biggest total possible, because we don't want Stoin coming in at 5 in an elimination final necessarily.
no.
We want him in earlier. And if there's a few overs left, we're obviously going to send Maxwell in, no matter what his form is like, because we know what he's capable of.
So would you make any changes to the knockout final, or would you keep the side but just change the batting lineup?
I think you 100% have to keep the side. I think that is our best and strongest 11. You know, the only two in contention would be Blake McDonald and, from a bowling perspective, Liam Hatcher. But our bowling lineup is set. It has been all season. There is no one you'd take out of that. And I think our batting lineup, we have our best, 7 batters in. Blake McDonald's fantastic, and he's going to be really beneficial for us in future years. But right now, as it stands, I think we need the experience of Maxwell, Cartwright, and Stoinis in that middle order, and then Joe Clark as the international. We know he had a bad game at Optus not last night, the night before. So I still think he easily cements his spot in the team as an international. He has experience. We know how dangerous he can be. Sam Harper, obviously, the only kind of possibility would be Rogers out, but I still think he'll cement his spot, and I honestly think he might do it all right at a venue like Ninja Stadium where the ball moves very quickly to the short outfield. If he can just get past those first few overs, I reckon he's on for a decent score. Because look how aggressive he was playing at Optus Stadium on a very tough wicket against some tough bowlers. So I think if he can just get away, then we're off to a really good start.
Yeah, 100%. And for my batting lineup, this is my batting lineup for the Hurricanes. If we bat first, I'll go Clark, Harper, Stoinis, Maxwell, Cartwright. Then you got, I reckon, Curran. Then you
Callaway,
got, yeah, then you got Siddle, Ralph, Swepson.
yeah, it's
Uh,
a lower order, yeah.
as a lower order, yeah. So I'd have your big hitters
So
moving
you got
up.
you basically have our big hitters coming in earlier.
Yeah, I do. Yes, if we
Yeah,
want to get a good total on the board.
yeah, I think that's totally fair. And as I mentioned, if there's rain coming and we're going to be playing a shortened innings, then maybe it is best to send in Maxi and Stoin ahead of Callaway. But we wait and see. Hopefully the ideal situation is no rain, or at least just a little bit of rain, and we start a bit late. We want as many overs as we can get. We want to play a full game. I think that gives us. It's tough to tell if it gives us a better chance or not. To be honest, maybe we do. Maybe we are more suited to 7 overs each or 10 overs each. Maybe it works better for us. But you don't want to risk that. I mean, the Hurricanes know the ground very well. They really lose there. They have some power hitters. It's going to rely heavily on our bowling attack. I think they're gonna have to cause the breakthroughs and allow us to bat comfortably. So I don't really have too much more to add. What about you?
So what's your prediction going into Wednesday's game?
My official prediction
Yep, your
is
fifth.
the Stars get it done. I think it's going to be reduced overs because the rain looks like it's going to settle right as the game starts. So I think we're going to play 15 overs each side, so we lose 5 overs. I think we're going to win the toss. I know, lucky, and we're going to bowl first. The Canes in a 15 over match, they're going to make 165. So it's quite the total because they're a very strong team at Ninja Stadium. They're going to make 165 I reckon we'll take 4 wickets. And I think the Stars get it done in the in the 14th over. So I think it comes right down to the wire. It's going to be a big batting effort from our guys, but I think we get it done.
Yep.
What about you?
My my official prediction is we win the game, we win the toss, send the Hurricanes in. We I reckon they go 155, 4 for 155. I reckon Harris Ralph takes 3 wickets. Same with Siddle and Curran. Siddle, like 3 for Ralph, 3 for Siddle, and 1 for whoever, Stoinis. And for the batting, we Harper gets 50, and we pretty much get the job done with Maxwell as a 29-run cameo.
Yeah, it's awesome. Hopefully those dreams come to life this Wednesday night, guys. Make sure to grab your tickets as we speak. Pre-sale member tickets are now available for a cheaper price, I believe, from 10 a.m. Monday, whatever the date is, 19th of January, and 12 p.m. Monday, 19th of January for general public. So get your tickets. I know there's plenty of people messaging me asking me if I'm flying down, and I know there's plenty of people who are flying down. So if you are down there or happen to live in Hobart, make sure you put on your green and support us as much as we can. We're going to need all the noise to get us over the line, all the support possible. So yeah, I think that wraps up the preview of the
Yeah,
Stars v Hurricanes. It's going to be a cracking game if not rain delayed. Fingers crossed. We're all praying that we get at least most of a game, at least some games, so we can get a
yeah.
result. It'd be a pretty shitty way to go out if we don't even get to play, and we go down that way. So hopefully not. Heath, do you want to add anything?
Yeah. Thank you for coming on, Jacob, as always.
No problem. My pleasure.
Uh, Yeah. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel. We want to hit 100 subscribers by Wednesday, before the finals and before we play. And don't forget to follow myself on Instagram, Jacob on Instagram, the podcast account on Instagram, and with YouTube, just like, comment, share, subscribe, tell your friends, share the notification, all that good things, and let's get a win and shut up the Hurricanes and move on to either the Sixers or Scorchers, which would be good fun.
Yeah, it'll be an intense game no matter what if we do advance, but I have faith. And yeah, thank you all for listening and go Stars.
Yeah, go Stars.
What you doing? You just wanna